Building.
Hey, what's up, everybody? So this is gonna be another Yuri's Revenge game. And by the way, if you don't play Yuri's Revenge in a while and then you come back, like you see, if I was playing cards all day or all week and then I come back to Yuri's Revenge, sometimes I'm sluggish and I'm like, oh shit, I kind of forgot how to play this damn game. But even other games like League of Legends are not really the same as Yuri's Revenge.
New construction options.
Because you kind of got to get in the mode, and like especially when playing like Red Alert 2, you got to get to the point where you build up where you could like move at the maximum speed that you're supposed to move at. Like,
how about some action?
Construction complete.
Anyway, that's my stuff. I gotta scout the map and get the pyramids maybe. And I noticed the pyramid near you is not really super important because if you don't get it, you're not gonna die.
Let's dump this stuff. You'll get the cash in a flash. Good day, Commander. In the blink of an eye. Ah, there it is.
So that's a little bit annoying when he does that, but.
Construction complete.
Okay, so I gotta get the ore factory up. And if you know, see, I was a second late. If you want to know if a player's good, all you gotta do is watch how fast he builds the buildings. Like, if there's a second delay between when he's building a building, when he's clicking on the next tank and going through tabs, I mean, he's not a good player. But if he's going quick, that means chances are that he's at least not bad.
Construction complete. Unit ready.
Chrono miner reporting for duty. Mining.
And by the way, in Yuri's Revenge, you don't have to be as fast as StarCraft 2, because StarCraft 2, if you play really, really quick, you could get like so much crap, like you're gonna have a bigger army and faster. Yuri's Revenge is a little bit simpler to some extent, but at the same time, it's complicated in a way because the fact that units so strongly counter other units more than in other games. And I saw that drone coming, that's why I had to engineer. I saw it coming from a mile away.
Unit ready.
I don't know what to do with this engineer. I kind of wanted to engineer rush him, but I didn't want to. I was like, God, that'd be lame, but I can't, you know, losing. I have nothing to do with this, so I'm just gonna have him sit around for a little while.
Unit ready.
Solid as a rock, sir. Reposition, no match. Affirmative,
Unit
sir.
ready.
I'm getting some of those gems up there.
Unit ready. Ore miner.
And they're like, okay, he moved his base. I'm moving this. Sometimes I actually lost really bad against somebody who did something like this before. Sometimes I win, sometimes I lose it against it. But he's trying to cramp my, cramp my gems, and he has a pyramid village and stuff. I'm making a battle lab, so I got 4 miners. I guess it's okay. Yeah, actually, I think it's good. Because if he's gonna slow us down by moving this MCV and making a battle lab and playing normal would be, you know, teching up would definitely be probably the best strategy. See, is he making? Does he have a flag cannon? I can't see that.
New construction options.
See, I think I'm afraid to shoot because I think there's a flag cannon there.
Building.
Easy target.
Oh, I'm waiting for 4. There it is. Oh, there it is. Boom. Put him low power. That's definitely good.
On the go.
So actually, killing that power plant is such a big deal, and that's the reason why this strategy is not the best idea. Because the fact that he lost his power plant and lost time from moving to MCB. I mean, just the power plant is really gonna. What he's trying to do is really gonna get slowed down. And when you slow something down, you might be able to stop it. So I'm like, okay, what should I shoot over here? Kill that tank and something else?
Easy target.
Unit ready.
Definitely the power plants are probably the best thing to get.
Want some shade?
Oh, I made him go low power again.
Construction complete.
Now the fact that I got 2 war factories,
Unit ready.
it's gonna be a big deal.
Primary building selected.
Because 2 war factories, I'm not rich, but I got enough to go pretty well on 2 war factories right now. Definitely not making a cornerstone on your base walk, being base walks,
Unit ready.
because that would be spending money on something that you're not gonna be able to wait 7 minutes for.
Let's take them out. Everything's made to fit.
Force
We've got it.
ready.
Everything's made to fit. Yep.
Unit lost.
I messed up with the engineer, but so I took out the war factory. He's trying to.
Nobody here but us trees.
Construction complete.
But the problem is these prism tanks. He's gonna have to. When I attack, he's gonna be able to have to deal with these prism tanks.
Ready.
I gotta make a
Construction
pillbox
complete.
wall right here. Make it like 3 pillboxes or whatever amount I need. It's gonna be hard for him to pass them. And remember, the pillboxes, they absorb a lot of damage. If those pillboxes that costed $100, they didn't shoot, they'd be better than these pillboxes, just for absorbing the damage.
Tools of the trade.
But I think they have to shoot to be automatically targeted with round tanks, so maybe that's what destroying.
Unit ready.
Nobody here but us. Waving a mean, green, and unseen. Eagle squad laying low.
Yeah, a lot of like new players, they don't realize how important pillboxes are. They're just like so important, just to stuff somebody with when they try to attack you. You just stuff them right in the face, and
Unit ready.
he really got slowed down from just losing his power plant. So I mean, at this point, though, I don't even care about these gems. I mean, I got enough of them. I got like 85-90% of them. It's only a little bit left, so it doesn't. It's irrelevant at this point for the most part.
Training.
So he's gonna try to attack, but man, how is he gonna kill this many
Unit ready.
Mirage, Prisms, Guardian GIs?
Construction complete. Unit ready.
New coordinates processed. Standing by.
I mean, if you there's a strategy that you could do that's similar to what he's doing that works, but it's also risky
Building.
because if it doesn't work. But what he's doing,
Building.
Standing by. Optic manifolds clear.
what he's doing could have worked though. I mean, say if I didn't have if I wasn't popping his power plants, he could have just base walked me and spammed sentry guns and beat me. So you can't say what he's doing is like really, really bad. Now, I can't. You gotta guess that there's gonna be a desolator
Under attack.
in there,
Repairing.
and there was. So I just
Unit lost.
don't get my Mirage tanks melted, and I'm good.
Unit lost. Building.
He's roughing me up a little bit, but he's hurting his own tanks too.
Structure sold.
He melted his own stuff.
Construction complete.
So that's about it right there. I mean, what he did it could have worked. What he did, like you say, if I was Great Britain and I didn't make any planes, I have any GIs or any like USA or Korea special, possibly could have worked with the sentry gun walk and maybe Tesla tower walk. But this game it did not work. But it was worth a try for him, and
Unit ready.
that's definitely. I think I say it's risky.
Building.
It's high risk.
Player defeated.
High risk what he did, but it didn't work this time. So anyway,
Construction complete.
this guy's saying some people are risk adverse. Adverse means bad. Risk adverse means you don't like risk.
New construction options.
Some players are play safe, and I'm in the middle.
Construction complete.
Now here's a matchup against a Yuri player. It's just a random guy. So I'm going to.
Unit ready. New rally point established.
And this map is called Hidden Valley. It's always a really fun map. This is one of the funnest maps in the game. Like, I noticed, like, in my opinion, the funnest maps are this and offense defense. I always thought offense defense was one of the funnest maps in this. Because, and there might be a couple other ones I can't think of now. Say, Don't in the Past definitely for free falls is the funnest free for all map. But this is one of the funnest maps.
Training.
If you say, I think Doom Patrol and Blood Feud are the fun. I think they're real fun, but they're not as. This is fun because like it's fun to try. I don't know. It's just hard to explain. It's just put it at that. So anyway, I'm gonna do a 2 IFV harassment to kind of throw the Yuri off balance, because I notice when you throw the Yuri off balance, it messes them up a lot. And that's how you beat good Yuris. Like sometimes, you know, the best build order to get the most money and the most units, you do this and do that. But sometimes, trying to throw somebody off balance, or finding a way to try to be aggressive is a better strategy than doing what's the best, like, macro get money strategy. Like 2 IFVs versus 1 with a machine shop, pop that, and this is gonna throw him off for sure. Like, he's gotta make. This harassment is gonna throwing him off so bad. Like, he didn't want to make that Lasher tank. He probably would rather make a Gat Bunker or something, or a Gatling tank, and make Magnetrons in a little while.
Unit lost. Construction complete.
So I'm harassing those things.
Building.
Like, he had to make.
Unit lost.
Look, okay, so look, he made 3 Gatling guns, stationary Gatling towers, that fast.
Complete.
That's spending $3,000, even though he sold it.
Structure
The fact that he just got all totally out of whack, out of balance, made a difference. I think what I was doing right here is trying to get just like go straight to Mirage tanks, not even make a lot of Grizzly tanks. Sometimes I go low power to get this. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. See,
construction complete.
but not immediately after, I gotta get a power plant as fast as possible.
On hold.
Cancel. So I only made 4 Grizzly tanks. Usually you make 6 to 8 Grizzly tanks. So I only made 4. But I made 2.
Construction complete.
I made 2 IFVs, so that's a different story.
Unit ready.
But actually, just 2 IFVs really worked. I mean, if you don't really realize, when you harass somebody like that, they don't get the miner that they wanted. They had to spend money and sell and
Building.
a lot of stuff.
Ready.
Eventually, so I want fast chronosphere. Definitely is so good.
Select target.
And the chronosphere is trying to find a way to be aggressive, like I was trying to tell you a minute ago.
Unit
I could go for ore purifier. It's gonna make me have a bigger army and win late game.
building.
And he's like, "Oh shit, I'm getting shot with planes. I'm getting out of here."
Construction complete.
So definitely the chronosphere is aggressive. It costs money and opportunity cost. What opportunity cost means is what you could have done with something else with the same time or money. I could have built another power plant and ore purifier in the same amount of time
Progress.
as that chronosphere. But the opportunity cost, I think, is worth it because it actually shifts me from being, sparring with him, being slightly ahead from the IFV harass, to actually being aggressive and trying to close out the game and win. And he should realize, like, about right now that just GIs are going to chase him away. But if I go too close to that battle bunker,
Construction complete.
the Mandatron is going to take care of business.
Unit ready. Unit lost. Reinforcements ready. Building. Unit ready.
I'm going to try to pan drop there. And I think I might have saw a Gatling tower, so I decided to pair drop myself. But always, you got to remember about brutes. You need a Navy SEAL or a Tanya. And I just figured out something.
Not deployed here.
The Tanya's a little bit better than a Navy SEAL, but not that much better. Like, if you had a choice between making a Navy SEAL and a Tanya, you usually get a Navy SEAL just because he builds faster and he's cheaper. Tanya's just a little bit better than a Navy SEAL, not too much better.
Training. Unit ready. On hold.
So what I'm trying to do is,
Cancel.
when I get enough prism tanks, I think I could just freaking go at him. Just go at him. Now, what's he gonna do with these discs? I do not know. I'm just gonna make sure he can't shoot anything, and then I might need to get some IFVs.
Ready.
But also look at my chronosphere. He doesn't have his masterminds because he made discs, so he has no masterminds. But there's not really anything for him to kill.
Our base is under attack. Unit lost. Repairing. Unit ready. Unit ready.
I was about to shield, but I didn't have to, I guess.
Warning. Psychic dominator detected.
So he has a psychic denominator now.
Infantry units will now auto. Unit ready.
Psychic denominator. When I was learning algebra like a long time ago,
Ready.
I was playing Yuris, and then how you do the numerator and denominator when you're taking the math class. I would always say when I was doing homework, "This is the psychic denominator," because it's the bottom part of the fraction. Psychic denominator ready. I think that's kind of funny. And sometimes when you say stuff like that, it actually motivates you to make your game out of doing stuff you don't like to do. Kind of
Warning. Chronosphere active.
call it a psychic denominator or something. Boom, boom. So he's not really building up his army enough.
Construction complete.
He made the disc, so he does have masterminds, but he does have a psychic dominator. But it seems like I'm building faster than he is. I don't know if he has his slave miners in the right spots.
Unit ready. Building. Building.
So I'm going to use my miner as fodder.
Training.
Going mobile. That ship's gonna seem more
put the miner right in his face and just like shoot, and he won't be able to kill the miner, and you can always beam the miner back at the last second. But I don't even care if I lose it, because I just want to make the miner's gonna take the damage so I don't lose any Mirage tanks. See, now it's lagging a second. No, boom boom.
Unit promoted. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Now he's trying to bait me for a pillbox, but I have too much stuff. It's not gonna be able to mind control me.
Unit promoted.
So he's gonna quit. He doesn't have anything. Good game.
Unit ready. Player defeated.
Hey everybody, so this is gonna be a third game. And it's gonna be a country swing, Yuri versus USA. And by the way, there's a lot of things with MCV Rush when you establish MCV. I won a lot of games, lost a lot of games, but when he first started doing this to me, I was losing the majority of the time, and so I'd get lucky. But I think I have a better defense against it. But sometimes I lose a little bit. I lose still. Sometimes I win it. But I actually think I had like a couple of games I didn't have recorded that were really good on this. That were like super good. I have some that are good that I uploaded, but it's like probably like 2 videos that I didn't record for some reason, and I was like super awesome on this map. It was like the most awesome games ever, but it doesn't matter. But so this is a decent game right here anyway.
Construction complete.
That one GI is just to stop the brute harass, because he's gonna, he's gonna punch the power plant. And what do you want me to wait until after he punches it, then make a GI, then be late? He's gonna do it every time. So like, you can make 2 GIs or 1 GI to stop it. But I like to make 1 GI because I know it could usually beat the brute 1-on-1 if he doesn't see it first and directly targets it and attacks it. Then the brute will win. But if he's like kind of like scouting, he doesn't see, and then he's kind of like walking by, then he sees the GI late, then tries to punch the GI is gonna win. So just 1 GI is enough to be cost efficient, because second GI I don't really have much use for other than filling up the barn, but that's just really minor. If he doesn't initiate in that barn, you go screwed, but the chances of him doing that is super low, and usually you can see it happen if you can see it coming if it happens. So you're making some grizzly tanks. And remember that fast battle lab thing it's kind of a little bit of a risk, like trying to get the Mirage tanks quick. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. I think overall making a little bit more grizzly tanks instead of Russian Mirage tanks might be better overall, because if the Yuri starts to get like raw with you, and he starts to get really intense with you, if you know how to use your grizzly tanks, you're gonna beat the automag. Unless it's on Dune Patrol. If it's on Dune Patrol, the automag, you really can't beat the automag if he does it a certain way in Dune Patrol. Okay, I don't know about that. Not quite what was planned. Didn't mess up too bad, but I kind of trying to hit him with the plane, and he kind of dodged around and stuff, and kind of didn't really get him. But I got the fast Mirage tanks coming. And if he moves the MCB, do not make an ore purifier, because you're not going to have enough time to use it. You're going to lose the game. So he's doing his cloning bats, double Yuri Prime tactic. I think the reason why he does it is because sometimes your plane's going to hit the Yuri Prime, but killing 2 Yuri Primes is a lot harder than killing 1, and then he's going to mind control your MCV, your factory, your buildings, and you're dead. Oh yeah, and by the way, I was thinking about doing subtitles in Spanish. Maybe even learn Spanish, but the hell, it's too hard to do. Now, I don't know. I mean, I would sound like a retard if I talked Spanish if I did learn it, but there's so many people that I noticed that, like, I think Spanish is the second most talked to language on YouTube. The whole continent of South America is basically Spanish, so that's a lot of people. So anyway, here we go. Sending his planes out. So he didn't move his MCV yet. I don't even know if he's gonna. I'm camping in the center because I think that he might have tried to use the MCV. I mean, tried to move to MCV. I think he might have been trying to do it. Okay, there it comes. Well, I got caught off guard right there. I got caught off guard. I didn't think he was gonna go at me like that. Shit. Okay, that was actually my fault. I really screwed that up. And now he's got 2 Yuri primes. And I think I'm starting to try to learn tactics with these prism tanks. I kind of know, I think 2 prism tanks is the amount to make. 2 or 3, but I think 2 is the optimum amount to make because obviously if you hit a spy, you can make more ratio of prisms to Mirage. But son of a bitch, I almost got the MCV and he moved it. It really sucked.
Construction complete. Unit lost. Our base is under attack. Structure abandoned. Unit ready. Building captured.
So I got the Yuri Prime, that was good news.
Unit ready. Our base is under attack. Unit lost.
So, but he moved the MCV late, so I did get up a ore purifier, so I'm actually not too bad off. I could afford to keep going war factories. But the only problem is I'm behind in the army value. Oh shit, I popped his ass. Holy shit. See, I popped him and then right after that the last mastermind got me. The last mastermind got me, but I was actually... This game is actually from over like a week, like 10 days ago, and I actually forget doing that. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't know I did that. I popped in like that. Now this Mirage tank's gonna be a freaking pain. The mind controlled Mirage tanks, but see, now it's gonna try to shoot the plane. I know. Now I think, okay, I'm gonna finish him over here, and it dodged the fucking plane. That pissed me off. So anyway, I'm going to try to build up some 2 prism tanks, a bunch of Mirage, maybe a battle fortress. But the real problem is, there's goddamn viruses, a son of a bitches, and he's cloning the viruses and the Yuri Primes. So he's cloning the viruses and the Yuri Primes. So it's like basically you can't win. Look at, he's basically got the whole center of the mag blocked off, and he's trying to make aggressive attacks with his magnetrons, very aggressive attacks with his magnetrons. And my GIs are a very good defense, but then he makes his viruses. And both players are not going super weapons because both players are trying to build as fast as possible, as much army as possible. That's the reason why there's no super weapons here. And this Tanya would be good inside a battle fortress. She can't really do anything. Oh, and I remember the one video I made like last month where the Tanya got all the slave miners. That was pretty awesome. Doesn't happen all the time, but I'm trying to do stuff, and he's mind controlling my pillboxes. How am I supposed to do stuff? Well, I'm gonna keep fighting though. I'm not gonna quit this game. I mean, if I could get like... Okay, that was a mistake. I was trying to hit him and run, but then he moved away. Okay, so I actually gave up because I lost all those Mirage tanks. But if I did build up a lot of Mirage tanks and got to 2 prisms and a battle fortress, I might have been able to made a comeback. But watch what happens in slow motion. I mean, it's just it's frustration when the viruses are killing all your GIs. The viruses, and he's double the viruses. And I tried to get one mastermind to get out, try to pop him like I did before. It was successful before, but then look at 3 gat bunkers. I'm like, I lost that money. He's gonna kill me in basically 30 seconds after this. He's just gonna run in and kill me. So I just quit right there. Good game.